everyone, welcome to Life in the ER, PA edition. I'm Carol, and I am a PA at a Level 1 Trauma Center, and I wanted to start this podcast to kind of for educational purposes, talking about different cases and things, I want to keep things anonymous. It helps with keeping patient cases non-specific. It helps protect their HIPAA rights, and I just don't want you to know who I am, plain and simple. So, welcome. I'm going to share everything that you need to know about what it's really like in the ER from the physician assistant or physician associate, however you want to say it, perspective. Whether you're a patient, a pre-PA student, a seasoned provider, I want this channel to be just for you guys. Or just a regular patient trying to get and learn more interesting facts and stuff about medicine. So you might be asking, well, Carol, what are you going to talk about? Well, the answer is a whole bunch of stuff. So first off, I want to talk about taking stuff that you learn in the books and taking it to the bedside, where you can translate it into real practice, from your textbook. The stuff that they don't always teach you. For example, not everything you learn in the textbook is going to present exactly like it does. It's going to have, there's bumps in the road, okay? I also want to talk about ER legal and ethical cases, and especially tied to PAs and what all PAs have experienced, where we break down really tricky real life dilemmas providers face in the ER. Also, if you've ever been curious about, kind of what goes through our brains in the ER, I'm talking about differential diagnoses, when you see a patient, you're assessing a patient, and we're going to talk about what goes through my mind whenever I see a patient, and what kind of differentials, what am I thinking as I'm assessing a patient. Got you covered there. For those of you who are into disaster medicine and wilderness medicine, I am also credentialed in those areas, and so we'll be talking about some cases from around the world doing that. For the healthcare providers tuning in, I want to talk about ER survival skills, what every provider needs to know to keep their head on straight and remain calm in a high-stakes environment in the ER, plus up-to-date guidelines and research to keep you up-to-date so you're practicing the best that you can. And for those of you that are not in the ER every day and you're just kind of curious, talking about what kind of tools do we use in the ER? What does that EKG machine do? What does the X-ray do? What does the CT do? All those types of different things for the layperson, for the pre-PA student, for whoever wants to hear that information and learn more. What's in my tool belt? And if you're a fan of medical mysteries and things like that, I want to talk about medical scandals. I also want to talk about different controversial topics in medicine, and for example, the ever popular ivermectin debate and whether that is the cure-all for everything, including cancer. Plot twist: it is not. But we could talk about that. It's just the beginning. I mean, we can talk about pharmacy stuff, we can talk about different cases, we can talk about every aspect of being a provider in the ER to what being a PA is and what it means. So if you're ready to learn, you want to laugh, you want to dive deep, learn some jokes, hear some jokes, talk about ER, well, this might be the channel for you. Life in the ER, PA edition.